Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of my favorite travel and everyday jackets. We're heading into the fall, so the weather is going to start to get a little bit cooler where I currently am living. And also, jackets have been one of my favorite travel accessories on the many trips that I've done this year. It's just super helpful to keep you warm on a flight, to keep you warm when you arrive at your destination, and also as an extra storage area, which makes it particularly easy to go through TSA. Always a really great thing to have, and in this video I'm going to talk through a variety of the options that I've found particularly helpful on the trips that I've taken throughout the year and that I'm excited to use for the fall. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. The Western Rise Airloft jacket is one that I've been curious to try out for a while now. Western Rise, of course, makes some of my favorite travel and everyday clothing. Their pants and shirts are really versatile, durable. I've talked about them a lot over the years. And the Airloft jackets seem to offer kind of a modern take on the puffy jackets that I also talk about a good amount on the channel. That's one of my favorite travel accessories in general, is a puffy jacket because it's lightweight, it doesn't take up a ton of space, and it offers an impressive amount of warmth and protection from the elements. And so it seems like Western Rise incorporated all of those things into a pretty sleek silhouette. As you can see, it doesn't have the same quilted pattern that you see on many of the popular puffy jackets that are on the market, but it still offers a lot of the same benefits. So this material is lightweight, but it's been impressively warm so far as the weather has gotten colder where I'm living. It has a DWR coating, so it's gonna offer some protection if you happen to get caught in rain. It has a good amount of mobility, so you can still be pretty active with this jacket. It also has kind of the appearance of a more sporty, active jacket. But you know, just very clean, minimal, nice zipper here, YKK, and this works in the way that you can close it, and once it's zipped up, you have both zipper pulls in both directions. So you can open it from the bottom if there's something you want to reach, if you want to adjust your belt or something like that. You have good pocketing on the sides, zippered pockets here that'll help keep your hands warm, but also this is what I love about travel jackets in general, is that I can toss in my phone, my wallet while going through TSA, place this on the conveyor belt. So just really durable feeling materials in general. I like that the sleeves have some elastic here to just kind of help seal in the heat. And you also have drawstrings here to allow you to pull it a little bit tighter to, again, just help keep that warmth on the inside. Like with the other Western Rise products that I've used, I found that the jacket is pretty true to size. I normally wear a medium. That's what I ordered here, and it's fit well so far. You have a little loop here at the top so you can hang this up if you don't want to wear it. I've worn it open, closed. I really like the appearance of this jacket. I've always felt that puffy jackets can look, you know, a little bit just technical, outdoorsy. So this definitely feels like something that would be a little more versatile if I was going on a trip where I'm going to be in an urban environment, maybe even going into a more professional setting, or this is something I'd feel more comfortable wearing out in the evening if it's not getting super, super cold. So just a really versatile appearance in my opinion. It does a great job of keeping me warm, dry, and then of course, in addition to the outer pockets that we saw earlier, there is a zippered pocket on kind of one of the sides here. That's going to be a great spot for, again, just tossing in your phone, a portable battery, wallet. These are the types of things that I would normally store here. There's also a pretty interesting pocket on the back. This is what I've been using almost as my tablet pocket. You know, if I'm trying to get onto a flight and I just want to kind of store it in here, it's just a really big, impressive pocket. I imagine that you could also maybe pack it away into this pocket. This is a double-sided zipper, so like the puffy jackets that I talk about, this is, you know, one of the benefits of these materials and this form factor is that, you know, you can just kind of stuff it into this pocket on the back, and then, you know, it takes on a fairly nice. It's a little bit bulkier than some of the other puffy jackets, but just due to the kind of silhouette and the, you know, really kind of just solidness of the warmth that it provides, even though it's a little bit bulkier, it to me is worthwhile as far as trade-offs. In general, with these types of jackets, I don't even toss them into their sacks that much. I just love the fact that you can squeeze them down if needed, if you need to toss them into a backpack quickly. You know, I think it works well in that aspect. Normally I'll be wearing this on a flight, so I don't typically pack them away, or I might pack it a little bit flatter so that I can grab it easier. But it's nice that you do have the option to pack it into this area, and if not, to just have a large compartment on the back. So, and then the last thing I'll call out is that this is also a hooded jacket, which I absolutely love. And this really offers a good amount of protection if you're going anywhere that has wind or where it's going to be particularly cold. I feel like these jackets always help keep my head and my ears warm. It properly comes over my ears. I like that it has a little kind of like lid at the front, and then the zipper comes up high enough that it will protect your face from some wind. You have a nice little zipper garage here at the top to prevent this from rubbing up against your chin. So everything is just really well thought out, as we've come to see with Westernized clothing. And if you're looking for something that's going to offer the benefits of those puffy jackets and a little bit more of a modernized aesthetic with just some good, simple organization and durability, then this is going to be a fantastic option to take a look at. The Patagonia NanoPuff feels like it's a pretty legendary jacket in the travel and outdoor community, and rightfully so. I've been very impressed as I've been testing this out over the past few months, and particularly for travel. It's just such a fantastic item to have. It's super lightweight, it doesn't take up a ton of space, and it offers an impressive amount of warmth for its size and weight, which is one of the things that makes these so popular. The NanoPuff has been offered in a hooded and non-hooded version. I have the hooded version here. I actually have this in two colors because I liked it so much. So this is a gray version, but I also have it in black. And yeah, I mean, puffy jackets are something that I've started experimenting with over the past few years. I had one of the Amazon Essentials alternatives, which I did a video for, and I'll link to that if you want to check it out. So I was curious to see what the higher end of the market would provide as far as, you know, the difference between them. And although the Amazon one to this day continues to be impressive, I've actually given mine to my family because I still think it's a really useful, affordable alternative. I do think that the Patagonia is going to offer a little bit more durability, a little bit more warmth, and I think it just looks pretty cool as far as puffy jackets go. I like the patterning that it has. It has this sort of not quite stacked quilted pattern, a little bit different than the thermal ball from North Face. I like this aesthetic a little more, and so it has, you know, the synthetic kind of polyester insulation. It's recycled materials. It has a DWR coating. That's one of my favorite things about these jackets, is that they serve as kind of a windbreaker, a, you know, jacket to keep you warm, and protection from the elements. So I've traveled to Iceland with these types of jackets, Chicago, places that are very, very cold, and have been impressed how well this on its own has worked as kind of an outer layer. I know people combine these with other jackets, especially if you don't have the hooded version, to just give more warmth, but typically this is more than enough for the flight and for walking around when I arrive at my destination. The aesthetic of these jackets, of course, to me feels a little technical. It's not super stylish or anything like that. I don't think it looks bad if you're traveling somewhere cold or outdoorsy. It's just kind of an expected aesthetic, but you know, it doesn't look quite as nice as some of the other options that are on this list, in my opinion. But it is a very lightweight jacket. I'll throw the dimensions and the weight and the specs on the screen here in a second. As far as the sizing, I got a medium. I found that it is, you know, very true to size. It fits comfortably. You have a really good YKK zipper. Pretty standard as far as what features that you see on a lot of the other jackets. You have the zippered compartments on the sides that, you know, can help keep your hands warm. Also great for storing items in transit. They have a good zipper garage here, good protection, elastic on the sleeves, which, you know, has worked out well. You on the inside have the drawstring to help seal in the warmth a little bit more. You have a zippered pocket on the side here, which is perfect for your phone, portable battery. It has a little loop here where you can attach some keys. This is also the pocket where you actually store the jacket if you want it to be a little more compact and easy to pack, which is always impressive to me, that especially on this one, the pocket is really doesn't look that big, and so it forces you to squeeze this into a pretty compact little package that it's kind of nice when you toss it into a backpack. Like with something like the Westernized jacket, this is still a little bit bulkier than what I typically like to have. This one's slightly smaller when it's packed out than the Westernized jacket. But still, you know, it's something that'll take up a good amount of space in your carry-on bag. So something to keep in mind. And then you can store it away if it's not in use. You gotta be careful when you're zipping everything up. Don't wanna catch the material, as even though it's durable, it feels pretty thin, and then you have that loop on the outside, so you can actually hang this outside of your pack maybe to save some space. This is a little bit on the thinner side. One of the areas of the jacket where I worry that if I use this regularly, it might start to tear, but I haven't had any issues yet, and I have hung it outside of my bag quite a bit. So, you know, just a really versatile, useful jacket. It is on the pricier end of the spectrum, but you get a lot of value for that price point. And of course, Patagonia is just well known for making some, you know, high quality, sustainably made products. This is also, as I mentioned, the hooded version. With this type of jacket, I really like having the hoods, as I just love the extra warmth that it provides. It means I don't have to take a beanie with me, and it just keeps me a little bit more protected on rougher days. So if you are in the market and you have the budget for something durable and you don't really want to search around too much, this is a great option to check out. Huckberry and Proof have been making some really interesting accessories as of late. One of the collections that they partnered up on was the Passport collection, which was meant to be a set of clothing that was perfect for transit. So that included some pants, a shirt, and then this field jacket, which has quickly become one of my favorite travel jackets. First off, because I'm a sucker for this sort of military style aesthetic. I think it looks great. It also has a little bit of the kind of quilted patterning, so not quite like a puffy jacket, but you know, I like it in this form factor, as it just feels a little more rugged and versatile, particularly as I arrive at my destination and I'm walking around. I think this looks a little bit nicer, but it still offers, you know, the warmth that you would expect from a jacket like this without feeling overwhelmingly bulky. Besides the aesthetic, the jacket feels really solidly built, just great materials. It offers plenty of warmth. Not quite as elastic as some of the more active jackets, but that makes sense with this style of jacket based off the types that I've used in the past. You have a couple of pockets on the front that are pretty deep. They also have, you know, kind of these hand pockets behind those, so you can still just kind of keep your hands tucked away if they start to get a little bit cold. I like having these pockets on the front, so you can see for accessories, if I want to toss in my phone, my wallet, some snacks, a tech pouch. You know, these offer a pretty good amount of space, particularly while you're in transit. Very easy to reach. And then the sizing on this, true to size, I have a medium, as you'll hear a lot throughout this video. Got a little loop here at the top to allow you to hang this up. A couple of pockets on the inside as well. These are elastic, kind of stretchy compartments. They're pretty loose, so anything, you know, small might start to fall out. You'll have to keep that in mind. You have some drawstrings here, as with many of these jackets, to help seal in the warmth. You have a really nice, smooth working YKK zipper here, dual zipper pull, so you can open it from the bottom when it's completely closed. You have a zippered kind of hidden compartment here. Because it has these snap closures, this compartment is just a little more out of the way, but still easy to access if you want to grab something while you're on the go. And then you also have a hidden kind of hood here at the top. So this one is tucked away behind this weather sealed zipper. You can open this up, pull the hood out, and then, you know, you have some of the additional benefits that come with having a hood, just to keep your head covered, protect your ears. So I'm always a big fan of that, and I really like that you can just tuck this away to give the jacket a cleaner look. It always feels like the non-hooded jackets just look a little bit more kind of nice if you're going out in the evening. So you can hide that away and then just pull it out whenever you need to. So just really well thought out design. I love the aesthetic, very versatile. And if you're looking for a warm, you know, cool looking jacket, this is definitely going to be a fantastic one to take a look at. The Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket has become very popular as of late. It was featured in the Last of Us TV series. I actually included it when I did my Last of Us inspired sort of gear walkthrough. If you want to check that out, I'll include a link to that in the description below. And I can see why it's become so popular after I've had a chance to use it more over the past couple of months, as it just looks great. I mean, that's the big thing with this jacket to me, is that it looks just very kind of classic, timeless. Because of the wax canvas material, it's, you know, going to continue to patina and take on kind of a very unique appearance. It's offered in a few different colors. This is the field tan, but you know, they have it in some darker shades, and I think it looks great in all of the colors. This one is the one that was actually featured on the show. And wax canvas in general, as we've seen with many of the bags that I've had on the channel, is just a very rugged, durable material. It also offers, in addition to warmth, protection from the elements, as it does offer some weather resistance. You can re-wax it periodically to just keep it in good shape and working over a longer period of time. And yeah, it's just a really durable outer layer that is great to pair with a variety of outfits for your day-to-day. You have the exterior pocket, you have a quick access pocket here on the front. This one has buttons as opposed to a zipper closure, which is different than many of the other options in this list. And I kind of like that, because even though zippers are maybe a little bit quicker and easier, you know, zippers can be unreliable, they can break, and so it kind of leaves you in a rough spot, whereas these buttons, it can take a little bit of getting used to, but it doesn't feel like they're at risk of failing on you. So that's really nice, particularly if you have just one piece that you're traveling with for a long period of time. You don't want to have to be worrying about that. And so this is a jacket that I use more for my day-to-day, but I have used it for travel. They are true to size. As I've been calling out in this video, I wear a medium. That's what I ordered here. It's fit great. I like that on the inside you have this additional kind of phone pocket, but it doesn't necessarily have to be for your phone. It's kind of perfectly sized for that type of thing, but always nice to have some additional organization. And then this one is lined with this soft, warm material here. This is the flannel lined edition. They also have an unlined jacket now that's more meant for warmer weather. So this one is definitely my cold weather go-to, as this material will keep you nice and warm. You can layer it. And so I only have great things to say about this jacket. You know, I can see why it's become so popular. And if you're looking to get something, you know, really stylish, timeless, and durable, then this is going to be a fantastic option to consider. Sometimes all you really need is a very simple and reliable hoodie, and that's where I think the Woolen Prince hoodie comes in really handy. The version that I have here is the collaboration that they did with Pack Hacker a few years ago. I don't know if they still have the collab version available, but I believe they still have a merino hoodie that you can purchase on their site. Woolen Prince is another one of those companies that I've talked about over the years. They make some of my favorite merino products, as it's a little bit softer than many of the options that are on the market. It doesn't feel itchy, and that translates well to this sweater. It's made out of a mixture of materials. Merino, of course, is one of the primary materials, and that's what helps, you know, offer many of the benefits that you find with merino wool. So it's wrinkle resistant, it doesn't smell as quickly, it's going to be temperature regulating, so if it's hot, it's going to help keep you cool. If it's cold, it's going to help keep you warm. And this does a great job while I'm traveling. I've worn this on many flights. It is a little bit of a lighter layer. It does a good job, but you know, this isn't the hoodie that you're going to be wearing in super, super cold temperatures, but it's meant as a travel piece, or you know, for light days around town, and I think it works well in that aspect. It's got plenty of just mobility, very durable feeling materials. You have some nice pocketing on the front. These have zippers, which is big benefit for traveling. With the Pack Hacker collaboration, they also had kind of this hidden slip pocket on the inside, a good spot for a credit card or some cash. I don't know if that's in the current editions that are on the site. But yeah, it's just a really great hoodie overall, true to size. I got it in a medium. Very reliable, smooth working zipper. They have this covering at the top, kind of the zipper garage, I guess you could say, to prevent this from rubbing up against your chin. Then you have a really nice hood. So this is a hoodie, so that's a very important part, and this fits great. It feels a little bit more reinforced at the top. And one of the cool things about this is you can actually roll it up into the hood. It forms a really compact package to make it easy to pack away if you don't want to wear it. And then you have the nice just loop here that's going to allow you to hang this up when you're not wearing it. You have here the instructions for how to care for it, a little bit more information on the materials, the Pack Hacker logo. So merino wool, nylon, spandex. That's typically how Woolen Prince does a lot of their items, and it works very well. I've had a great experience with this. I've had this for a few years now, and it looks like new still pretty much. It holds up great. And if you have a little bit of a higher budget and you're looking for a very reliable hoodie that keeps things really simple, it doesn't offer a ton of bells and whistles, but just does what it does very well, and this is going to be a great option to take a look at. Baubax is a company that I feel sometimes gets written off because many of the features that they include in their product can feel a little bit gimmicky. I haven't tried out some of the newer kind of clothing options that they've tried, but I was a big fan of the travel jacket when it was first released. I featured this on the channel a few years ago, so it has held up great over that time period. I actually purchased their bomber jacket on eBay a few years afterwards just because I liked this so much and I wanted it in another style. And you know, the materials and the quality on this are maybe not going to be up to par with some of the other options in this list, but they get the job done for what I typically need, particularly for traveling. The hoodie here is going to offer more than enough comfort and warmth for a flight, which is what I need the most. But then I really like a lot of the additional features that it has. So one of the big focuses is pockets. They have a lot of pockets throughout their clothing, which is very useful when you're traveling. So they have pockets that are made up to be specifically for your passport and your documentation. They have a pocket for their phone. They have a pocket that even has a little bit of like insulation here so you can rest a small Coke can, which I don't know if I ever did, but I still appreciated having the extra pocket when I needed to go through TSA. They have a specific pocket that's dedicated for a tablet, which I was always a big fan of, as it's something that I grab a lot, and it means that I might not have to take an extra sling or a backpack. And so it's been comfortable to wear. You know, the durability has been fine. I mean, I have beat this up quite a bit over the years and I haven't run into any issues. The zippers still work well. I haven't had any tears. The sleeves came with kind of some built-in gloves, which I've removed from this one to help with a little bit of an extra warmth while you're on the go. As a hoodie, you know, it does what it does well. It's got, you know, the drawstrings, typical hood. One of the things that I always liked about their hoods in particular is that they come with a built-in sort of sleep mask, which of course is not going to replace some of the fancier sleep masks that are on the market, but if you don't want to take extra stuff, it's nice that you can just pull this over your eyes and get a little bit more darkness. Beyond that, their jackets always had some really interesting features, again, that you might love or not use too much. One of them was the telescoping pen that worked to be on the zipper pull. This is something that I stopped using as much once I discovered Fisher Space Pens. This isn't quite as reliable, but it is the pen that you have on you is going to be the best one, and so I like that it was included. It's got a little stylus tip in addition to working as a pen. Back in the day, their jackets also had sort of a retractable keychain, carabiner, and bottle opener. Again, one of those things you could just remove if you didn't want to use it. Then there's also a series of pockets on the inside that were meant to pair with some of the other things they had. So they have kind of an AirPods pocket, a pocket for some earplugs. Then they had some additional accessories with their jackets, like an inflatable neck pillow that you can just leave if you don't want to use it. I believe there was also a water bottle. So, again, there are a lot of bells and whistles, and I know that some of those features are just not going to be for everybody, but it's nice that you can pick and choose. The additional functionality is a big benefit for somebody like me when I'm traveling, and so if you're somebody who just needs a lot of storage and a simple jacket to keep you warm and just comfortable while you're on the go, then I still think this is going to be a really great option. And so that's it. Those are some of my favorite travel and everyday jackets that I've been using a lot over the past year. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on the items that I featured in the video or suggestions for similar items that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I will include links in the description below to any of the other roundup videos that I've done that have featured these jackets in the past. I've done some dedicated reviews for a few of them, as well as to some of the roundup videos that I've done where I talk about my favorite travel clothes, so pants, shirts, and things like that, to just make it a little bit easier to travel and to allow you to minimize what you have to pack. And if you have any suggestions for other similar videos that I should do, definitely let me know about those as well. And as always, I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.